sir, I would want to state something we've noticed. You always talk about your mother in the Lord, great prophetess, Ebube, Clare, Essien. You always talk about her because if you must talk about somebody, there must be an impact or something significant, or a significant role the person must have played in your life for you to always talk about her, mention her, and give credit to her. So we want to hear from you the reasons behind such.
Oh, thank you very much. It's a woman of God which God designed for this generation and the next generation to be celebrated. By prophecy, God find that out, and I'm proud to talk about her. She's a wonderful woman. She's a woman of virtue. She's a woman of integrity. She's a woman of high understanding, and she's a woman that have excellent spirit. I have this understanding from the day when I've met her in my life. My life was transformed. Then my preaching, my life, my everything, I thought I've known all. But when I met her, I found myself in another realm. So I've seen prophetic in another dimension, miracle in another dimension, and I've seen her prophesying. I see miracle in the crusade. I see miracle in the church. I see miracle everywhere. I was blessed. And when the Lord said to me, "This is your mother," submit to her, and I did. And one thing about great prophetess Ebube Essien is she always obeys. She told me one day, she said, 3 things hope in heaven: obedience, sacrifice, and prayer. Obedience, sacrifice, and prayer. Say open heaven. And I said, how come? He said, when you willingly and obedient, you shall eat the good of land. Isaiah chapter 1 verse 19. That's one. Number 2, and they sacrifice. He said, sacrifice. He said, Lord, send help from the sanctuary and strengthen us out of Zion. And he said, sacrifice is very important in life. Sacrifice open doors, give ways. Sacrifice is a sign of praising God. It represents praising God. And number 3, prayer open heaven. And prayer lock the heaven. And he said, prophet, all those things I have done in my life, I have seen testimony. And in fact, when you see her, it doesn't look like a hate. When you see her, she's a woman, she's a great woman, a woman that everybody want to see. I want to know her. Now there was a time we are doing a pastor meeting. We call her the pastor. We have about 600 pastors in the hall, and she came up and she spoke to us and she laid hand on us. Listen, after laying a hand on them, all the people they lay hand on, their ministry changed. Where 2 or 3 are gathered, the guy have 100, some have 300, some have 1,000 people now. Their church was blessed, not only blessed with people, it was blessed with also money. Their finance changed, things happened in their life. Even as I'm talking about, I have vowed that I will keep on talking about great prophetic Ebube Essien. Is the one we are waiting for. And the crusade in Ogere was a wonderful crusade. We recorded about 30 or 35 testimony. Now we recorded about 2 your testimony.
I still have a testimony.
You have a testimony. Oh, can you see? Can you see testimony? She have a wonderful testimony. And please, can you just share the testimony? Summarize. Let me just hear.
The prophecy was given to me on the 1st of January 2018. When she called me out and told me that this year I was going to be announced and God was going to take me to a greater level. He was going to announce me very well. And same this year, April, I entered same this year, March ending, I entered a contest. And same this year, March ending, I entered a contest with over close to 300 contestants. We actually contested for the face of King by Nigeria 2018. And out of nowhere, it can only be God that did it. I beat the 300 contestants to win the crown. So it can only be God.
Praise God. I've seen testimony. She called her out and told her that something ahead of her that people will contest against her, but she shall be the winner. I remember the vividly that he said in the book of, he said what it's all about in the book of Genesis chapter 49 verse 19. He said, as a guy, the two will overtake you, but you shall overtake at last. That is what he said about it. Now you have testimony. You are the best among 300 people. Can you hear about testimony? A lot of testimony in South Africa. When she sent me to South Africa, to go and minister for her. She gave me a prophecy what will happen. He predicted all what will happen in that place. And it came to pass. A pastor in South Africa, which a pastor, I've been pastor for a long time, and he had an affair with a lady, and the lady is threatening her about the child the lady had for the pastor. And the great prophetess told me by prophecy that I should tell the church in the conference that there's a man there, and the man is a pastor, and then he after his wedding, and the lady have a child for her. Lady have been using charm upon her. She's not the owner of the child. He says he's living at a Crown estate and at the back of the house of the pastor, which is true. They confirmed the about it, and then he said we should go to the toilet and we see a pot inside the WC. Accurate prophecy, we saw like that, and the lady began to confess that he know that it's not the child of the pastor. He's using that to blackmail, to collect money from the pastor, and the secret was leaked, and he apologized. Is someone again want to hang himself, and because her husband, who was a prophet, have issue with someone and a friend, and he said, if my husband can do that, I will go and crucify myself, and he about to hang himself. We are in Cape Town, where we are in Durban. Then we need to come to Cape Town, as I said during the prophecy. We met her in the 12th hour of the day. As he said, we heard her, we forced the dog to enter, then we saw where I put rope on her neck, and we bring it out. A lot of things have happened. Somebody child have died for 24 hours. And when they take the oil and pour the oil on the child, and I poured the oil, I said, I was afraid. I said, it's probably that I sent me, I should pour all on you, that you come back to life. I don't know, because I've never wake up in my life. As I do that, it came back. The God of Prophetess Essien is still at work. That is why he drives me crazy. He makes me to know have much understanding of the word, and more understanding about the miraculous and about the prophecy, that people may go against you, but the word God says shall surely come to pass. All what he told me, so just be patient, encourage, and just calm down. The time is coming when the whole world will celebrate you. And when the world will say, all what I have said in the church came to pass. South Africa, Ghana, tell me, bring the Fasco, everywhere. He have seen a lot of things which have come to pass. He gave me prophecy every time, and it's accuracy. That's why I was said I will live, and the church will live to celebrate prophetess, great prophetess Ebube Essien for this next generation. Is a woman of impact, is a woman of a virtue, is a woman of understanding, is a woman that know how to pray, and is a woman that can give sacrifice, and is a woman that obey. And the woman that, one thing that amazed me, she never one day complain. She never one day complain. And as I'm telling you right away, God is with her, and I said I will say it anywhere all over the world, that great prophetess Ebube. A program is coming up by September in UK by great prophetess Ebube. We'll also be there. All the whole world will know that something is happening. God is about to use women to defeat people that doesn't have respect for women in Africa. God is going to use her for us to know women, they're our person. That is why I said I will live to celebrate. Mommy, we love you. More anointing, more grace, more auction to you. Mommy, thank you for your encouragement in the ministry. Thank you for your love in ministry. We are looking forward to see you. And everywhere you are watching all over the world, be expecting the miracle in September in UK.
In Nigeria.
God bless you.